Is the Alchemist becoming oversaturated?
Yes. He's spreading himself kind of thin, man. But if I'm being honest though, it's not nothing that he's never done.
No, that's the piece.
Yeah. Like, it's just he's getting a lot of mainstream love now. You know what I mean? Because hell, he's worked with Action, Currency,
Erykah Badu. That's what I want to hear right now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But if we're going back, he's worked with all those underground rappers.
Yeah.
Nina Sky.
Yeah, I mean, Nina Sky.
God bless.
But Freddie, obviously,
Maxwell, Twister.
He worked with Maxwell?
The Locks.
Yeah.
Did he do a Locks record? What's We Gonna Make It? Who produced that?
Yes.
Yeah, he did produce
Jada.
that.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep,
Yeah,
obviously.
there's a record called
Dilated
Smiley.
Peoples.
Yeah.
Evidence.
Yeah.
He's... And
He
that's-
rapped on
the Step Brothers project.
Step Brother. I have that on vinyl. It's a velvet. It's velvet. It's actually
The
really
vinyl
dope.
is velvet?
No, the cover is
I was about
velvet.
to say, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't think that would work.
Yeah.
Hell, Alchemist rapped on it. He's becoming more palatable for me.
Okay.
He
just dropped a joint album with him and Hit Boy, too.
Yeah. And he didn't sound bad on those
No,
records.
he didn't.
I don't hate Alchemist rapping. I think he's actually a pretty good rapper. He's just, it takes
It's very RZA-ish to me.
He actually was he was rapping.
Oh, don't do that.
He was rapping before he was producing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Him and Scott Hahn? Scott Kahn? Yeah.
One of them actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when he was a kid.
Yeah, I think
I think the appeal is worn off.
Yeah, but
Like
to,
when you
to
see-
his point though, Alchemist has been out here doing this for a long time, and I feel like a lot of the up and coming artists want to use his sound because it's nostalgic. Nostalgia is in.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? People are looking for old sound that worked. They're not, you know what I'm saying, searching for something. And they know that he's an upstanding producer and he's going to give you something nice. So
that's why Conductor Williams has flourished in the second half of his career.
Absolutely, because they're creating a sound that's recognizable, but it's still fresh. So like oversaturated.
Hell, he got
kinda a little bit. It's just that this thing about Alchemist too, he has different lanes where he can produce and it sounds different. I've been getting a lot of the same sounding Alchemist here lately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I can hear his other lanes, then I'm good with
That's
it.
a good point because we know he's versatile.
Yeah.
He's just doing one thing right now.
Yeah, he can switch it up if he wants to. And me personally, I'm looking forward to the Erykah Badu project. That's first and foremost for me. After I get that one, he can do whatever he wants to do. That's a project I'm ready for.
I'm scared of that.
I'm scared of that
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it's just, this is the thing.
Not scared, but
For certain
I don't have high hopes.
Me either.
For certain producers, when I see their name, I want to be excited.
Mm-hmm.
The Alchemist is one of those names, but the thing is, I've heard him work with just a little bit of everybody,
Yeah.
and to varying results.
Mm-hmm.
Even though a lot of it I like, there's some of it I can do without, and I think that's disappointing. But at the same time, I commend him for maintaining a certain level of work, because there's some artists some producers rather, who will just hold on to music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say any names, but
Dre.
they don't work consistently enough to really be in a situation where I can honestly criticize their work. I can criticize and be disappointed in Alchemist's works because he's always giving me something.
He's working so much.
Yeah, and but at the same time, as somebody who has a real appreciation for what it is that producers do, having friends that produce records, and arrange records and try to put something out, like I have an appreciation for that, as opposed to people who are just like, okay, I got to cook it till it's done, and what are you really doing?
Yeah,
I think the Alchemist really, he loves it so much. He's like, okay, come on. When he did Return of the Mac with Prodigy, and then when he does something with Larry June, then he does something with did he do the joint with 2 Chainz? Was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
2 Chainz
and then the fact that he's done his own thing, then he's done Nina Sky. There's so much his artistry is so varying that you have to respect it. Even though I can't say that I love everything, the fact that he's willing to put out a certain level of work and a certain amount of work is something that I have to admire.
And it's actually admirable, like you said, because especially his time in the game, and he's still able to do it at a high level to where he's a sought out producer. And being oversaturated does not mean that you've fallen off.
No, for sure.
It just means that he's doing it at such a high rate and at a high speed that it's like, okay, let's pump our brakes a little bit. Let's switch the lane. Like, it's not taking anything away from his creativity, but it's just that it's almost getting to the point where it's monotonous a little bit.
Yeah. I wonder how much production he's actually doing, though, or if he's just making beats and sending beats.
I think he's actually that person that is producing.
I don't know.
Because I've never heard anyone try to like take any credit for what he's done.
No, I'm sure he's making the beats.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
like building the record.
Oh,
like
okay.
in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can see where you come from there, but
I feel like he did definitely with Freddie Gibbs. I could be wrong, but I feel like their chemistry in that last album was just so fluent that it made sense for them to have been in the same room for a majority of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would just say, like, I do also feel like his name's popping up all the time. And, you know, I will say that from a perspective of like him, his work is pretty consistent. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't love every single beat that he does, but I do like a lot of it. And he's pretty consistent across the board with his sound, you know, and that this is the sound that he is curating, that he's doing right now. And that's what people are coming for. So kudos to him. But I'm somebody that likes drums. So I'm not a, don't get me wrong. There's times where it sounds great without it, you know, and, you know, I came up sampling records, and that's, you know, I have a special kind of love for that. But sometimes I do kind of want just the producer in me. Sometimes I do kind of want him to flex a little bit more and do a little bit more from the creative standpoint. Like, don't get me wrong, it's creative to chop records and everything of that nature. But sometimes I kind of want him to maybe evolve a little bit more in that. But that's a me thing. You know what I mean?
So that's an art in itself, though, is finding that perfect record and finding that perfect loop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, but there's levels to it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that there's no skill in it, because there's definitely skill in it. But as somebody who's been making beats for 30 years, you know, like, or not, no, I haven't, 25 years. Like, I know what it's like to find a good loop and know how to loop it really well, and also how to make something from scratch. And it's a lot more. It's a lot harder. Skill set. There's different. It's just different skill set that you're flexing. And I would just be curious to see where he could take his production, where it's at now, to maybe the next level, and to what that could be. And if he could, you know, that's just the selfish producer fan of me wanting to, you know, see what he could go from beyond what he's been doing for the last decade plus. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because this is different than what he did early on, you know, and I kind of like his earlier stuff a little bit more than this, if I'm gonna be honest. But I can't also say that I don't like a lot of the stuff that he's done. So
yeah, I mean, last year, I think his palette last year it wasn't all the same. He did a lot of projects last year. He had the Mobb Deep joint. He had the Freddie Gibbs. He had Larry June, 2 Chainz. He had Hit Boy and himself.
Yeah.
He had the Erykah Badu projects been done. It's just a matter of, I guess, clearances and things of that nature. So, like, I mean, he's been very busy, and I can't say that all of those projects sound the same, but I can say that he has a particular style that's very recognizable and can
which is a skill in itself.
Yeah. And it can get a little monotonous if it's with the same artist all the time, I think.
Yeah. But it also goes to your point, Terry, like that you made back when we talked about the Gibbs or the Alfredo too, is like, there's not really a skip on a project, but at the same time, there's not really a lot of standouts on the project either. It's just a really good body of work.
You can let it just play.
So
I still feel like it should have been one of the Grammy nominated albums, that and A Chance.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which one now? Oh, dude, Freddie?
Yeah, the Freddie or the Starlight 2 and Starline. Those both.
Starline was good too. Yeah,
those both should have been nominated.
What would you have taken out?
Glorilla.
Yeah, okay. Glorilla probably would have had to get on up out of there.
Maybe Jid. I don't know.
I like Jid's album.
I think I like Starline.
It wasn't Grammy worthy though.
I like Starline a little bit more.
I think Starline is better than Jid.
But
yeah.
Well, cool. Well, right. All things considered, we're fans of these artists, so
absolutely
don't get twisted. But
Alan, give us some original works.
See,